Today, we're going to have a little dig into the B2B world.
With that model, there's things that need to be upgraded. And so that's where Fair comes in. So basically, they can get up to 60 days credit. So that's enough time to sell the product, which will be super, super helpful if you're an independent store. They will charge them 0% commission for life if they buy through you.
Wow.
Is Fair legit or a scam?
Okay, so let me explain. Hey squad, quick side note, we know that more than 80% of you are not subscribed. The more people who subscribe, the more content we can create for you. And the happier we'll be here. Tell the people what we're going to discuss today.
Okay, so Upside is about the online space. And a lot of the time we're focused on the consumer experience, B2C, business to consumer. But today, we're going to have a little dig into the B2B world.
Yeah, man. So this is an area that is often ignored. Amazon, TikTok, all this kind of stuff. Whenever we're talking about it, or even Meta, it's always direct to customer, right?
Yeah.
So D2C or B2C, business to customer. Very few times do people really discuss the B2B side of selling online. And it's an area that's been growing significantly in the last few years.
And you're talking from experience here, right?
This is, yeah. So own brand, my own company, we do this. Because traditionally, if you're selling B2B, you're going to find either a business to sell to, or you're going to go to a wholesaler and sell to a wholesaler, which is a business, but they're going to on-sell it.
So just looking at your brand, right? A coconut merchant, you'll go direct into retailers. There's a lot of volume there, right?
Tesco, all the major multiples, plus, independent stores.
All right, so there's independent stores. So I get supermarkets, you're going to deal with them directly. PO is going to come in, you're fulfilling those, right? Those more independent stores, you haven't got individual agreements with each of those. How do those traditionally work?
So some of them will just email us, right? Because we have a direct relationship, and we will process the orders, and that's fine. But that can become really difficult because if you're processing lots of individual orders, and especially if you have payment terms or anything set up, it's just a lot to manage. And so to simplify the process, you might sell to a wholesaler.
Right, okay.
Right. For every category, there will be wholesalers around the country and globally. And so you'll sell to the wholesaler, give them a commission, and then you have to structure your pricing so that there's a commission or there's at least margin available for the retailer that buys from them as well, because those independent stores might go to them directly. That simplifies the process.
And that's traditional, right? This has been going on forever.
Traditional. This is how it's done. Yeah. And it's so traditional that these guys still use fax machines, and their brochures aren't always online. And sometimes it's a thick catalog with pictures in it. And then you look up the number, the code, and then you call up someone and place your order. It's legit old school.
Sounds like an industry ripe for disruption.
Enter fair.com.
Right, okay.
And this is fair with an E at the end, or ankorstore.com, which is the equivalent platform. Every time I say fair, I also mean Ankor Store.
Okay.
Well, I'll try and work out both so that no one gives us beef. But what they do is it's a platform that independent retailers across multiple categories can jump onto this website. And just like on Amazon, you advertise your products and they can search for products that they're looking for. And you sell to them at trade prices in trade volume. So as a seller, you would go on and you will create out your case size. So my case would be a full case of products. That's the minimum you can buy. You can't buy individual units. You have to buy a minimum one case, and you get trade prices.
Right.
And then we can do that. And then that saves me having to deal with an independent store just one-on-one. They can just go on and take care of it.
And so do they consolidate those orders as well then? Or do you still get the individual?
No,
so you still get the individual orders. Follow-up question on that. I'm presuming the wholesalers, the traditional route, that's limited to a geography, the domestic geography. Is that true with...
No. So the cool thing about Fair is it's almost global, right? So we're in the UK, but I can sell to US, Canadian, EU customers.
Right, okay.
You can actually do the same thing with traditional retail, wholesalers. They do have customers that are international, and I've been to their warehouse and seen a pallet of our products that are going to go off to the UAE or something like that, which is cool. But with that model, it's kind of it needs, sometimes there's things that need to be upgraded, and so that's where Fair comes in.
Right. That's fair.com and Ankor Store at the same time.
Ankor Store. So that's what these guys do. So it's basically it's a wholesale website that you can list your products on and sell on.
See, I love this because normally I'm the one that gets questioned by Ali, and I'm doing loads of talking now. Ali gets to do loads of talking, and I get to say, Leon, do we have some challenging questions for our expert in the hot seat?
We do, for our expert in the hot seat. The first question coming up on Reddit, by the way, all these questions are pulled from people on Reddit. Is Fair legit or a scam?
Okay, so let me explain. When Fair was launching, they had this crazy deal, which was basically you got like a certain amount of money. If you bought through it, you get a certain amount of free product, but Fair would still pay the retailer, so like the brand. So we would still get paid, but the person, the independent store buying would get a whole bunch of free product for their first order. And the whole idea was to encourage people to come on. And that can seem really scammy, but it's just because they were like backed. They had a lot of capital behind them and they were backed. And then Ankor Store and Fair, who were rivals and launched at about the same time, were competing. So they were both offering these like really competitive deals to get people onto their platforms. And that's why it can appear scammy.
I remember when that happened because a number of brands would send me a code and be like, just use this code and order our product.
Yeah.
You get it for free.
Yeah, which seems scammy, but it was legit. Yeah. And it was really cool just to get people on the platform.
TikTok does the exact same thing, really.
There you go. So everyone's doing that now.
Major difference.
Yeah, you get free advertising credits.
Can I use Fair if I only sell online?
Yes, you can, and you should. One other really important benefit that I didn't mention on the output. So let's say I'm an independent store. I traditionally buy through, say, the normal way, but I approach the brand directly. If I do that, I can pay pro forma, pay at the time that we place the order, or to make my life easier, because I'm a store, I need to sell the product and cash flow the whole thing, I may want payment terms. And that can be a real headache for us as the brand or the company selling, because you have to figure out, can they afford it? Then you have to chase up the money and all that kind of headache. The cool thing about selling on Ankor Store is as soon as you dispatch the product, so the order comes in, you fulfill the order, and as soon as you fulfill the order, and that you have to put the tracking details in, but as soon as that's done, you get paid by fair.com, and then the independent retailer gets 30 days to pay Fair. So they instantly get 30-day payment terms. And if they pay by credit card, then they get an additional X number of days of credit. So basically, they can get up to 60 days credit. So that's enough time to sell the product, which can be super, super helpful if you're an independent store. And so it encourages things. That's the first reason. The second reason that's really cool is, like I said, it can be a bit of a headache managing all those independent store orders. So if you send them to order from fair.com and you tell Fair, this is my customer, I'm just sending them to you to process the orders, they will charge them 0% commission for life.
Wow. Okay.
If they buy through you. So basically, that's how Fair will thank you. And again, that's why it can appear scammy, because there's no commission on those orders. So
you can literally offload all of that admin.
All that admin just goes up to Fair. Great
for a small business, right?
Super awesome for a small business. And then just quickly touch on the commission structures. For first orders, there's about 15%, and then it goes up to 25% for subsequent orders. And that's if you didn't refer them over. And so it's a really cool platform commission-wise, because admittedly, it's much less than what you would have to offer independent, or the wholesalers, the traditional wholesalers. So it can be quite good in that sense as well, commercially.
Really cool. We've got one more question.
Next question.
What kind of products sell best on Fair?
There's a whole bunch of different products that can do well on Fair. From clothing, we do coconut products, obviously, grocery. There's a whole range. My opinion, I think there's a lot in the grocery space can do really, really well. But a lot of like jewelry and that kind of stuff. So if an independent store sells it, you can buy it on fair.com essentially. And so I'd recommend, if you sell or could sell to an independent store, jump onto Fair. Super important.
Do you want some ChatGPT recommendations?
Yeah, give us a whole load.
This is for products.
Yeah.
Home decor, candles and skincare, stationery, gift items, apparel and accessories, kids products.
There you go. Top sellers. If you're selling any of those, get on there.
Does Fair work outside of the US?
Yes. So we're in the UK, and the cool thing is the orders come in, and I can get the orders processed by fair.com in terms of the postage. So as I'm processing it, Fair will say, this is the cheapest method that we can send it off for, and they'll actually pay for it as well, which is really cool. So I can get a UPS delivery and get all stuff sent through. And this is why it can appear scammy, because Fair's just paying for so much stuff.
Does that still happen? I thought that was just an intro.
So international shipping, they used to do full international shipping, but some of the postage is actually covered by Fair, which is really cool. And so order will come in, you process it. The alternative way is you can connect it to your Shopify store. So the order comes in and goes straight to your Shopify, and you don't have to go onto the website to process it. You can just process it directly from Shopify.com.
We've got someone here who wondered if they could drop ship directly from their home, casually trying to fill wholesale orders in their pajamas.
Answer is yes. You could do it in your pajamas or your red Speedos. Basically, you can just the orders will come in. All they care about is, are you a legit brand? Do you have legit products? And do you fulfill on a B2B basis? If they do, orders will come in. You can fulfill from anywhere you want and send it out to customers all around the world. And again, I'm saying fair.com, but I also mean Ankor Store.
So we know a lot of people have very limited on time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could put together a little cheat sheet, key links, key points?
Yeah, 100%.
And I tell you what, anyone, if they want it, if they just comment on wherever you find this, if you comment on it, Ali or Leon or one of us will
reach
you
out. We'll give you a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'll put something together. I appreciate this is a whirlwind introduction to B2B with fair.com or Ankor Store. So if you have questions, just reach out. We're happy to help you and just clarify. And if there's bits that we've missed, let us know as well. Put it in the comments, or if there's anything else, just get in touch, because if you are a brand, you need to be on one of these platforms. It's super important and super valuable.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How much commission are you getting for this?
We haven't been in touch with fair.com about any of this. I just really think it's valuable for brands to get onto there. It's really good, consistent business. You can grow your sales and make your life a lot easier.
Goodness of his heart. There you go.
Cool, guys. We'll wrap it there, and one love.
One love.